Hi all you healthy humans, welcome to New Leaf Table TV. I'm your host, Chef E, and today we're making cashew chicken with broccoli and bone broth rice. It's sure to be a fam slam because it's restaurant style cashew chicken. It's tangy and salty and sweet with a good sauce, but there will be no frying. And as a bonus, we're using bone broth in our rice. So we're gonna get all of those added minerals. So for our ingredients, I'm using basmati rice. Now remember, rice is gluten-free but not grain-free. So if you want your household to be completely grain-free, you could use cauliflower rice or kimchi or a bed of lettuce to put the chicken over. But we're gonna use rice. You want to make for sure and get an organic, non-GMO version of rice. Rice is a great source of carbohydrates and also has 15 essential vitamins and minerals. We're also going to use grass-fed butter in our rice as well as garlic powder, and we're using bone broth. So I love fond bone broth because they really do it the right way. And your grandmother really was right when she said that bone broth can heal anything that ails you if it's made in the traditional way, which is simmered for over 18 hours so that all the connective tissue and bone releases its collagen and gelatin and minerals into your broth. We're using fond in our rice in place of the water. And then for our sauce, we're gonna use Primal Kitchen no soy teriyaki just to sweeten our sauce. We also have sriracha. Sriracha usually contains large amounts of sugar, so you want to make for sure and get a brand that's clean, that doesn't have a lot of sugar. I really like Yellowbird. This one has ghost pepper, but they have milder versions as well. We're also using tamari, which is our gluten-free soy sauce. We're also going to use apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is just a fermented apple product that contains probiotics and lots of antioxidants and is great for your gut. We're using pickled ginger and fresh ginger to up those serotonin and dopamine levels. We're also using a dash of real maple syrup. So maple syrup is a mineral-rich, low-glycemic sweetener that contains antioxidant-rich polyphenols. And for the chicken, we're using free-range ground chicken. Chicken is a great source of protein that contains all of your B vitamins. We're also using sesame oil. And to thicken our sauce, we're gonna use arrowroot powder. You can also use tapioca flour. They are both gluten-free, and these are substitutes for cornstarch. They're used to thicken sauces or soups. We're using it to help make our chicken a little crispy and have a little breaded feel. We're also gonna chop up some broccoli for our cashew chicken. And then we have paprika and our salt and pepper and fresh garlic, and then some scallions and sesame seeds to top our dish in the end. So let's get started. First, to make our rice, we're gonna take our bone broth as our cooking liquid and boil it in a saucepan. I have 1.5 cups of bone broth already in here, it's fond. And I turned my heat to high. You wanna boil your bone broth. I'm gonna add 1 cup of rice as well as 2 tablespoons of our grass-fed butter and a couple of teaspoons of garlic powder. And then give everything a stir and let it all combine well. Once this has a good boil going, we'll turn it down to low and put the lid on and let it sit for 15 minutes and let the rice absorb all that good bone broth. Okay, my rice is boiling, so I'm just gonna give it one more stir and then turn this down to low so that it will simmer. And then I'll put the lid on and I'll let this simmer for 15 minutes. As a side note, you can also make rice in the Instapot. It's a little bit quicker, but today we're making it on the stovetop. All right, our rice is cooking. Now we're gonna chop our garlic, broccoli, and ginger so they're ready to go in our dish when we need them. So take your garlic, and I'm just using a simple little garlic chopper that I got on Amazon that's linked in my favorite things. Makes it nice and quick and easy, and it's easy to clean up afterwards. So there are my 3 crushed cloves of garlic. Now we're gonna use about a tablespoon of fresh ginger. I'm just gonna slice off some of the skin, and then I'll slice up the rest some of the skin on it is not gonna hurt you. A lot of times I just leave this skin on, but this is just a quick way. And just slice it in thin little slices. And then give it a good chop. Okay, next we're gonna chop up our broccoli and get it ready to throw in our chicken. I'm just peeling off these little leaves, and I'm gonna chop up the stems as well because they are tasty. I'm just gonna chop off the ends and then give everything a nice coarse chop. Next, we're gonna take our pan and heat it over medium-high heat and take a couple of tablespoons of our sesame oil and coat the bottom of our pan. Then we're gonna add our free-range ground chicken. Next, we're gonna add a tablespoon of our arrowroot powder. And then we're gonna add about a teaspoon of paprika and some black pepper. And then you just want to break up your chicken and let it get nice and brown for about 5 minutes. Okay, while our chicken is browning, we are going to make our sauce. So we're going to use our teriyaki sauce, about a half a cup. And then about a fourth of a cup of our tamari. Make sure and stir your chicken when you need to. And then we'll use 2 tablespoons of our apple cider vinegar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, depending on how sweet you want your sauce. And then a tablespoon of our sriracha, some black pepper, and some red pepper flakes. And then give everything a stir. So our sauce is ready to go into our dish when we're ready for it. Now make sure and stir your chicken. Our chicken is nice and brown. So we're gonna go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of our grass-fed butter and let it get nice and caramelized around our chicken. We're gonna add our chopped up ginger. We're gonna add our cashews. And we're gonna add our crushed garlic. Give everything a stir and let this sit for about 2 minutes while the meat and the butter and the cashews and all the flavors really combine. All right, our chicken is getting brown and looks delicious. So we're gonna add 2/3 of our sauce. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of pickled ginger. I love pickled ginger, some of my fave. And our broccoli. And we can stir this together, let it get nice and coated, and then let it sit and combine for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, my 15 minutes is up on the rice. I went ahead and turned my rice off, and we'll serve that in just a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up green onions while our chicken finishes. Okay, this smells amazing. It's time to plate it up. So take some of your bone broth rice. It should be nice and fluffy. Add your cashew chicken, some of your reserved sauce, some green onions, and some sesame seeds. And if you want a little extra pickled ginger, feel free to add that. And there you have it, folks, our cashew chicken with broccoli and bone broth rice. Thanks for watching New Leaf Table TV. Until we dine again, farewell, healthy humans. To subscribe to New Leaf Table's meal plan service with weekly meals and easy delivery through your existing Amazon Fresh membership, visit our website at newleaftable.com. And also, please hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. And as a bonus, we're using bone broth in our rice. So we're gonna get all of those added minerals. So to get started, I'm using basmati rice. Was that a good transition? I feel like it was very abrupt. Rice is a great source of carbohydrate, and it also has 15 essential amino acids. I said amino acids, vitamins and minerals. I'm like, I was putting it down, I'm like, rice does not have amino acids. That is not correct. Okay, you want to make for sure and get Rice is a great source of carbohydrates and also has 15 essential vitamins and minerals. And make for sure and get a brand of sriracha that doesn't contain sugar. I really like this Yellowbird, and they have kinds that aren't as We're also using, okay, no, that's not how I want to say that. We're using it to help make our chicken a little crispy and have a little breaded feel. Okay, I said that. And then put the lid on. Oh, that lid doesn't fit. All right, our chicken is getting brown and looks delicious, so we're gonna add about three thirds. Okay, now let's chop some green onion to top because our rice is almost done and I don't know what I'm saying. All right, it's time to serve everything up. That was not good. Okay, this smells It smells amazing.